Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Nako, this is one of those episodes where I would truly appreciate inputs from our kababayans who have been here for a long time, a longer time. Especially, I guess, kung nandiyan kayo sa bandang Alberta, nakita niyo naman po yung title ng aking episode. Because I understand this issue or movement led by some Albertans to separate from Canada. Kumbaga, matagal na po ito naririnig, no? Every so often lumalabas daw po itong issue na to. So I am wondering, again, for those who have been here for a long time, palagay nyo ba itong usapin ngayon that it is happening again, it's different this time around? Is it more serious? Or do you feel that tulad ng dati, lilipas lang din po yung usapin na ito? Okay, but this episode primarily, yes, I will be discussing it, but it's more of just letting people understand what the issue right now is. Yung basic lang po. Because I believe, yung iba, kapag nakikita po yung headline sa news, na, oy, Alberta, gusto humiwalay sa Canada, they think it's as simple as that. Na parang, uy, magbobotohan na daw. Nako, katapos ng botohan, hihiwalay na agad yung Alberta sa Canada. This is an explainer about that aspect of this issue. No? Kasi hindi po ganun kadali ang separation ng mangyayari. Sakali mang matuloy po yan. Okay. Pero sige, bigyan po muna natin ng context. Ano ba ang usapang ito? Ba't biglang napag-uusapan ang Alberta na maaaring humiwalay sa Canada? Yung mga kababayan natin dyan sa Calgary, Edmonton, etc. dyan, no? Do you like it? Do you like that idea of you guys separating from Canada? Hindi na kayo magiging Canadian, di ba? Anyway, kailan ba nag-umpisa itong recent issue na ito? Well, after manalo po ni Prime Minister Mark Carney, I understand ang Alberta po pala, no? Medyo blue yan. Conservative pala talaga yan. Ang premier po ng Alberta, si Danielle Smith, I think just a few days after Carney's win, passed a law, kumbaga, that basically makes it easier for Albertans to trigger a referendum. Ano ba yung referendum na yan? Parang botohan amongst themselves. Okay? On any issue actually that affects them. Pero, ang naging usap-usapan ako, ginagawa yan para mas maging madali umano ang pagkakaroon ng referendum tungkol sa usapin ng paghihiwalay ng Alberta sa Canada dahil hindi kami happy, yan ang sabi ng mga separatists, no? Hindi kami happy, ito na naman tayo, ilang taon na naman ng liberal leadership na ayaw namin dito sa Alberta. Okay, bakit po may ganyang sentimiento? Ang sinasabi po, no? Well, Premier Danielle Smith, ang lagi po niyang sinasabi ay, eto, nakasampung taon na kami na parang hindi working for the interests of Albertans yung federal government, which, as we all know, has been led for the past, 9-10 years, led by the Liberals. Specifically, meron pong issue si Premier Smith about the federal government. Kumbaga, hindi po pinapayagan sila, nililimitahan daw po yung kanilang authority to manage their own resources. Okay, yun lang po yung summary na nakikita ko dyan. Specifically, how they manage their oil. Mga ganun, oil reserves. And many other things. Okay, isa lang po yun. So basically, maraming issue yung Alberta. Masyado nyo kaming minamandohan. Dapat may sarili kaming authority over, our province. Okay? So parang I think meron pa siya enumerate na ilang mga gusto ba nila makita dito sa bagong leadership ni Carney. Sabi nila, kung gawin mo ito, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay, magiging okay muli ang relasyon ng Alberta with Ottawa or the federal government. But anyway, so yun na nga yung context niyan. Ngayon, ito na. Mas madali nang mag-trigger ng isang referendum. Paano napadali? Noon po pala, 600,000 signatures ang kailangan para sa isang petition. Kapag merong 600,000, ibig sabihin, sige, pwede na mag-start ng referendum. Ngayon, parang she brought it down to just about 170,000, I believe, signatures. Tapos yung allotted time to gather those signatures, pinaiksi rin po niya. So talagang mas madali na in short, no? Pero let me point out also sa Premier Smith nung tinanong siya tungkol dyan, ang sabi niya, ang posisyon niya, ayaw daw po niyang mag-separate ang Alberta sa Canada, no? Pero, sabi niya, kung merong mga private individuals from Alberta na may ganong sentimiento, it is her duty, kumbaga, ang sinasabi niya, na pakinggan din sila. Dahil meron ding basihan ng mga yan para maramdaman ang nararamdaman nila, kumbaga. Okay. Anyway, sa ngayon, wala pa naman po, wala pa ng petisyon na napapabalita na nakakalat na ng ganyang bilang. Nung nararapat na bilang. Pero sabi ng mga natutulak for separation, nako, ang dali na yan, makukuha na agad namin yan. Ngayon pa lang meron na kaming ganitong 100,000 signatures, no. So anyway, for those hearing about this, yung mga siguro hindi po aware, katulad ko, nung una syempre nagbasa ako, ganun ba yun? Magsa-separate na ba ang Alberta sa Canada? So it turns out, guys, it's not that simple. Okay? That is only the start of a long process that could lead to the separation. Okay, una sa lahat, ngayon pa lang, it's already receiving opposition. Diba? Siyempre, hindi po lahat ng Albertans ay gusto yan. In fact, I will show you this report. Siyempre, nagpa-survey na agad ang ilang mga kumpanya. According to this one, from City News, only 36% of Albertans and majority of UCP voters want to leave Canada. Ano ba yung UCP voters? Ang UCP ay the United Conservative Party of Alberta. Miyembro po si Daniel Smith ng UCP. So right now, kahit na maingay ang usapin sa social media, according to a survey, only 36% of them actually want to separate from Canada. Meron din po ako nakitang mga interviews, mga soundbites. Sige, pakinggan natin kung ano ang hinaing, ang sentimiento ng mga Albertans tungkol po dito.
Economic growth has been stifled for decades. We haven't been able to get manufacturing out here. There's a lot of things that money just stays east, and we need to change that. So we need, then the federal government has to do that. You always hear the grumbling, but how many people really want to separate?
We are in an abusive, toxic relationship with Ottawa and the East, and it's been that way since Alberta joined Confederation. The system is broken. There's a design flaw, and it's meant to work that way against us, and so it's time to leave.
I understand and sympathize with some of the concerns that have been going on in our country, but this does not, in my opinion, is not the direction to go. That we should be working on resolving the issues rather than just take my ball and go home if I don't like the way the game's going.
I don't want Alberta to separate from the rest of Canada because I'm keeping in mind those who are already marginalized and what it might mean for them if that happens.
The life I'm having here is because of Canada. So I love the country. Country comes first always. There's something you can say in my blood.
I think BC and Saskatchewan have equally been neglected in terms of representation. And so I'd hope that if we start the movement, that they'd be willing to join. But if they aren't willing to join, I don't want us to leave.
That's from the Canadian press. So I think it's clear. Yung mga taga-Alberta, aware sila. Nararamdaman nila na yung nabanggit din kanina nung ilan, masyadong pabor ang benepisyo na napupunta lagi sa bandang east ng Canada. Laging napag-iiwanan kami. Kasi ang sinasabi po, ang Alberta, ang laki ng contribution sa federal economy, and yet parang napupunta na lang lahat ng benepisyo dyan sa bandang east. Parang ganun po ba ang sentimiento nila? Ang divided lang po sila is, ang tamang action ba dito, humuiwalay ang Canada na para matapos itong problema na ito. So clearly, from the sound bites that we saw, they are divided, meron pang ibang usapin, na sinasabi, kapag humiwalay ang Alberta, sasama ang Saskatchewan because may ganun din silang mga sentimiento daw. By the way, tapos ang isang sektor po sa Alberta na galit matapos lumabas tong issue nito ay yung mga leaders ng indigenous people. Ito, soundbite nila.
Pack up your bag and go. That's my message to the Premier. You're not welcome here anymore.
Talk of separation is really insanity, because there is no pathway to separation. You can have all the referendums you want.
Bill 54, this is what we think of you. You're garbage like that.
So again, balikan natin yung proseso. Unang kailangan, syempre, magkaroon ng petisyon, yung 170,000 signatures. Pag makalap yan, ma-validate, I guess, then a referendum will happen in Alberta. Magbobotohan po, no, yung mga Albertans. Kapag nakakuha po sila ng clear majority dyan, okay, no doubt na talaga ang mga Albertans ay gusto o gustong humiwalay. It will trigger a negotiation amongst the different provinces. Okay, I will share with you a soundbite explaining that.
Yeah, well, that sort of brings me to my next question. Constitutionally, what would be needed to trigger a split from Canada?
Well, just the beginning is a clear majority of Albertans voting to clearly separate from Canada. So that's the starting point, but just the starting point, because the Supreme Court of Canada has said that just triggers negotiations with the federal government and every other province. Now you're sitting around a table and you're trying to bang out a long, long list of issues. National parks, indigenous peoples, borders, currency, you name it. There's going to be an incalculable number of issues that will come up when you try and break up something as interconnected as the country of Canada.
So narinig ninyo, there will be a negotiation process, which I am pretty sure will take a lot of time, eat up a lot of resources. Isa po yan sa sentimiento ng mga nababasa ko na against dito sa separation, kasi ang dami nating gagastusing oras dyan, sayahing panahon at pera din ng taong bayan para gawin yan. Baka hindi na sulit, parang ganun pa. Isipin nyo yung narinig nyo, ilan sa mga pag-uusapan, syempre magkakaroon sila ng sarili nilang currency. Diba? Oy, by the way, magiging Albertan citizens na lang sila, hindi na Canadian citizens. Separation ng parks. I'm sure, hindi nabanggit, baka may issue rin of debt. Diba? Na kailangan mapunta sa Alberta, mga ganung bagay. So it's a very complicated issue. And that is assuming that the leaders of all provinces are okay with Alberta separating. I'm sure there will be some resistance from them too, diba? So again, nai-imagine nyo, medyo mahirap po siya mangyari. It's not a simple process. What do you guys think? Yung mga nandyan po sa Alberta na matatagal na, gusto nyo ba? O kahit bago, sige. Anong opinion ninyo dyan? Okay, ako, I just have a guess. Yung mga newcomers na ang tagal pinangarap maging Canadian citizens, feeling ko yung newcomers might are more inclined to say na ayoko umiwalay sa Canada, Canadian ako. Kaka-Canadian nga lang nila eh. 'Di ba? Magiging Albertan bigla, parang it's a whole new environment again. But anyway, who knows? Let me know what you guys think, no? Naisip ko din, ang ingay ng usaping to sa social media, yung mga separatist movement, they're so active on social media. But I can't help but think na perhaps ito yung parang ingay na nakita ko mula sa conservatives, no? Naakala ko talaga, no, kapag babasahin mo yung mga tweet, Facebook posts, na parang nako, mukhang panalo na tong si Pierre, and yet, when the election happened, talo, no? So a part of me is thinking maybe it's just noisy right now on social media, but in reality, on the ground, baka hindi naman po rin talaga supported ito by a majority of Albertans, no? Anyway, yun lang naman po. Okay, I hope may natutunan kayo na pick up nyo, no? Yung mga ayaw humiwalay sa Canada, huwag kayong mag-panic, hindi po ganun-ganun lang ang separation movement, kumbaga. So I will end this episode here. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!